for a lot of you people. And it starts at 7 o'clock. And then at the Popeye picnic, they've decided to have a trivia at the library this year, all about Popeye, and the Popeye committee took care of that. So this will be a first time, and we'll see what it is. And there's, of course, at 1 o'clock, they will have the statue on Saturday. They will have the statue, or whatever, anyway, they'll have that dedicated. And so they just want me to tell everyone. Thank you.
I'd just like to remind everybody that September the 16th is regional leadership. Instead of breakfast, it'll be a luncheon this year at the VFW in Chester. So those of you who haven't signed up and would like to, we need to know as soon as possible.
Okay, anyone else for public comment? Okay, anything under old business?
Yes, she's got the sheet from you, Joel. Do we have a start date on the overlay of the Murfreesboro Road?
That, I don't think we have a start date on that.
What about the status on the subway building?
I can respond to that. A letter was sent out, and I think you guys got the copy. I don't think anything was done or completed in that building. I think some people were interested in buying it, but I don't know if that came about. So in my opinion, I think the next step is a resolution to be adopted. I'd prepare that for the next meeting, declaring it dangerous and unsafe because of those windows. What I would like to ask the council is if the code enforcement officer can take a second look at it to update me and make sure we have everything attached to the resolution that we need. I can have that for the next meeting. Also, I need to ask if I got a phone call on 1945 State Street to the old Molly's Room. If I could ask if the code enforcement officer can take a look at that also and follow up to see if it needs to be done.
Okay, how much time are you gonna give the subway to people?
We got to give them 15 days minimum.
To fix the
That's what the
window?
statute says.
15 days, so.
The statute says 15 days.
Status on the security alarm, have we received that garage door opener visit?
I talked to Kevin probably a week or so ago and asked him, and he said it hadn't come in yet. I tried to get a hold of this guy, which he's hard to get a hold of when I work every day. But I will call him again, I'm also call him first thing in the morning. I'll get that information.
Status on the roof on the old firehouse?
We haven't done anything with that yet. We was talking about having a fundraiser, but with Popeye picnic and all that going on right now, let's try to get something going after we get through these upcoming events.
I was gonna try to get a hold of the Illinois Historical Society and see if they can help us in any way. Does anybody know how old that building is?
I don't know, but the study that we did with the In Alliance group, I think they did put that building on the historical registry. That's why we need to check into what style that we can go with, and they can give us a idea of how old it is.
Well, if you don't care, I can follow up on that. Mayor?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do we have a copy of that report that we can have?
For the, from In Alliance?
Yeah.
We also have DVDs of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can get you something on
Okay. The plumbing completed at the concession stand in Corn Park.
that. No, that's not completed.
When's that completed?
Hopefully we'll get it done here in the next couple of weeks here. Like I said, picnic's been kind of hectic here lately.
And the GPS unit,
That was 14.
and then the trees along the riverfront. I contacted the Corps of Engineers in St. Louis, yet to get a response. When I do, I'll have an update at the next meeting, or if you want me to follow up, there's no extra cost to the city.
Okay.
I'll follow up on that. So,
Ray, I had a list too, and I think you covered about 5 of them that I had on my list, but I have some also. We need to get the signage on the riverfront. Have we ordered the signage? I mean, we talked about it at the last meeting. That was 3 weeks ago. There's still no signage saying, don't pull up to the trees. Have we ordered the signage?
That I don't know if we've
I'll check
ordered.
with the Corps, see if they got signs to put on the trees or next to the trees.
The other one is the old police cars and all the extra things that we have down at the street department. Are we going to sell them? Are we going to scrap them? What are we doing? They've been sitting there for some time now.
Matt?
One of the cars is junk, and we're gonna probably end up junking that with the old blue one, but the 2 white ones, whenever things settle down from the picnic and the LSD operation, Steve's gonna try out the garage to bring a transmission out on one of them, put it in the other, and make one usable. And then the other 2 are gonna be junk. So, looks like we're gonna have one good possible sell, or possible re-put back into the fleet, and the other 2 are just gonna go to junk. They're so tore up that I think it costs more to fix them to try to sell them than it's even worth. And with us getting at least $250 for junk on them. But that's where we're at right now. As soon as we can put together time enough, maybe even early winter, for Steve to pull the transmission out and repair the one white one. Its interior is still good enough shape that it's usable, but the other 2 are just really bad.
And the building, the Republican building, the old Republican building that Diana Miller asked about some time ago, have we followed up or done anything with it?
We've not done anything with that, but I think we're a lot closer than what we were. We still got to get the utility stuff back up into it too. Because as of right now, they shut off.
Well, there was Christmas lights in there all weekend, so I didn't
The
know.
power's off in there, I think.
There's lights over there.
Yeah,
That's
I was
all.
doing that
The Christmas tree, Charlie?
Wasn't that, didn't they disconnect the tower on that, Randy, or?
No, they just turned that on, Chester Electric did, that was just, they turned it on for some reason Friday or whatever.
Oh.
They was just on and they didn't know.
Okay.
The Christmas lights.
Do we know who instructed them to turn the electric
They're
on?
messing with it because of the Popeye picnic for the electric. That's why I got put it on.
Okay.
I have some old business issues also. I was going to ask about, Christy Pickett was here at our last meeting about smelly pipes across from her house. Was that looked into, you know? Blankenship, Darrell Sheffield was supposed to look into that.
Kenny, you wanna,
Put that on.
them pipes across from the shop?
That's all that, that's air release down there by the
We've
street.
been putting hydrogen peroxide chemical at the lift station that pumps from, that gets pumped through there. I don't know if it's helped. I have been through there, I haven't smelled it myself, but it can happen at different times. I have ordered some filters that we could possibly put on top. I don't know if they're gonna work or not. But we got those in today.
And Chief McKinney was to look into putting signs in the parking between the sidewalk and the street, if they were legal or should have to be removed.
I'm sorry, I don't remember what that was about.
Signs, those yellow signs in,
Stallman Hardware. Oh. It's not big.
and are they gonna be removed?
Sure. Yeah, it's in the right of way, I mean, everybody knows it's in the right of way, we can't push anything in there. You put them back, I think, back by the telephone pole, so they wouldn't cause a problem, but yes, ma'am, I'll remove them tonight. I really never even given any thought of this picnic. But yeah, they're clearly in the right of way,